Regan Slaymaker for International Boxing News, and I am joined by the three-division world champion, and I have the pleasure to say Jorge Linares. Jorge, how are you doing today, my man?
Very good, my bro. All good here. Busy every day. We know we're training in the same way we do this. Sometimes like a couple photo we have visiting. For example, Mauricio Suliman was here too couple hours ago. So activity all the time, man.
Perfect. I was going to say, I saw on your Instagram you teased that something big's coming with Mauricio. Obviously, I know you don't want to give too much away, but
Yeah.
could we get a little bit of an idea? Obviously, you guys are busy all the time. Mauricio's busy all the time. I imagine something big is coming.
Yes. So, but yes, that's the same thing what I tell to everyone. So I'm back to the gym now. I live in Miami, so I'm training very hard here in boxing gym. So the same way we made so many good team for all the people, all the member, all the fans and everything like that. But the same way, we made a lot of noise about to make big fight. So in 135 or 140. So the thing is, it's the same question where everybody asked me, and I answered the same thing what I tell to everyone. So I want to be ready to make big fight soon. So maybe August or maybe in September. So the thing is, I want to be in the gym all the time, full time, and waiting for something good team.
Perfect, and we want to see you back in the ring as soon as possible. I mean, I remember obviously living in the UK. Obviously, we have to get up quite early in the morning to watch you fight.
Yes.
I remember waking up for your fight with Devin Haney. I mean, it was a great fight. Obviously, I remember when you kind of ushered Devin Haney back to his corner off after you wobbled him. It was a great moment. I mean, what how do you look back on kind of your achievements, as I mentioned, free-weight world champion, but then also the fights that maybe didn't go your way, but also you provided that entertainment to the fans?
But so I was 4 time in 135. So and I was thinking long time ago to go back to go up to make to take something opportunity in 140 because I can see and you can see now boxing change a lot before Corona and everything like that. From 2 3 years ago. And I still see and I'm still looking like a good chance in 140, So that's why I tell to my manager, I tell to my team, so let's be ready. Let's make a good fight with anyone in 140. So now I'm only waiting for the fight was tonight. So Lopez with Taylor. So we never know. So the thing is I want to be ready for everyone.
Perfect. How do you see, obviously, Josh Taylor, Britt as well? I have a strong feeling that Josh could do the business tonight. But what's your opinion on that fight?
I'm so excited to see that fight because so maybe after that something happened with me, So I'm excited so to see that fight tonight. So, but I honestly, so I think Taylor by decision. I don't know. So the thing is, I'm a good friend of Lopez. I support him long time ago. I know him long time ago in Las Vegas. But the thing is, what kind of mentality he have for this fight? His body look good. He always good, look very in good shape, power, speed, and everything. But the thing is mentality. So not so many boxers have good mentality before the fight and also in the fight. So that's why I'm so excited to see that fight.
Perfect.
Both of them super good boxer. So Taylor too. So I know very well him. So I watch all his fight and everything. But how's boxing? You never know.
Definitely. Ellie, how do you see that fight going? Taylor versus Teofimo.
It's a very competitive fight. It's a good fight. Both of them have a lot to prove. Josh Taylor didn't look good his last fight. He's a great fighter, but he didn't look good. And Teo has to make a statement. And in life, you don't get opportunities to do something amazing. And Teo did his opportunity. He fought Loma, fought Cambosis, had a couple fights. He fought the Spanish guy. What was his name?
Sandor Martin.
Yeah, wasn't the best performance, but he won. Tonight he has to do it. So I think Teo decision.
You think?
We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
It's
So
a fight.
yeah, it's the same thing. It's the same question which you asked me before. Haney and Loma, also Garcia with Cervantes, and I answered to everyone in that fight. Ryan with versus Cervantes, and I said to everyone, KO maybe 8 or 9 rounds. So what happened in the fight? Something similar.
Yeah.
So and Haney with Loma. And I answered to everyone. In my heart, I want so much see Loma win the fight. But in the reality life, in the reality boxing team,
He did win.
yes.
He didn't get the win.
And the same thing, the same question what everyone asked me. What about if they make the rematch? And I answered the same thing. If the fight can happen, the rematch, Loma and Haney, they wanna make the same fight and same decision, like Haney with Camboso, two same fight. So I don't want to see that, So that's why now I'm trying to make a lot of noise because I'm back of the gym. I'm training very well. I have a good team. I'm working with Matteo. I'm working with all my team here in boxing gym. And I'm still working with Ismael Salas. So the thing is, they are a big opportunity to make big fight. Ryan Garcia, Rolly, why not Gervantes Davis? Shakur. It's a lot of good boxers. Camboso. So that's the thing. So
you said good fighters.
Good fighter,
No, Camboso is not good.
But he have names.
He's okay.
So he was lucky when he take all the best.
Yes.
If you have that time to be lucky, why not?
That's
enjoy
true.
that moment.
You're right.
But what about now? That's what I say.
All right, you smoke him.
Yeah, that's what I say. What about now? He's not a champion, and you said he's not a good boxer. Say, what about me? So if the people say he's not a good boxer, what about Jorge Linares?
Fight him.
You know what I mean? So that's why.
Yes.
That's why I want to be ready to make a good fight. Anyway.
Perfect. And I think, as we've mentioned your achievements as well, you've deserved to go into that big fight. Obviously, one fight you've mentioned there, Ryan Garcia. I mean, why is now, in your opinion, kind of the right time to fight Ryan Garcia?
Why? Because, we're talking this 3 years ago. So, and I remember when we made a fight, the same day we made a fight in
LA,
the forum.
Yeah.
So, and after the fight, I fight him with the same guy who he fought before, Morales. And I knocked down him in 4th round. So I made amazing fight that night. And that's when I come down from the ring, I asked to Oscar, what about now? Let's make the fight with Ryan Garcia. And he said, no, he's not ready. He's not ready now. Give it to me a little time. So how long? So how long is still now? 2 years, more than 3 years. So this is the best moment because his ego, he come from lose, he's down right now. He's not the best, So this is the best moment to make fight. He needs somebody like me.
Definitely.
You need to fight with somebody like me. I have a lot of experience. I have name, 4-time world champion. So, and I'm still activity. So he needs to take this fight. What he want to take? Tuna fight? Who want to see him? So, for example, who want to see him with Rolly? I don't want to see that fight. Who want to see him with Broner? You see the fight last night?
I didn't. I heard Broner won, but what were your opinions on that fight?
Bad fight.
He looked good. Broner looked good.
He looked good, but it's not the same. Broner like 2, 3, 4 years ago.
Sorry, guys.
No worries.
So, but boxing is like that. We never know. So maybe something happened. I can make fight with him. We never know.
He was asking him, why is the fight with Ryan a good fight?
Why is the fight good for Ryan? I think the fight for Ryan is good because, fighting someone like Gervonta, he took that leap of faith with somebody of that caliber. Obviously, it didn't go to his favor. But by him jumping back in the ring with another legend like Linares, who we consider as, Mauricio Suliman today said to us, he's the baby Canelo, and that's coming from the WBC president. So when somebody says that, it's pretty big. Yeah. So for Ryan to take on a fight with Linares, I think that makes him in the boxing world a lot more accreditation to what he's trying to accomplish, by fighting somebody like Linares. Linares is still as relevant as a Manny Pacquiao and all that, but he's hungry. He's still got it in the tank. And I think just overall for the boxing world, it's a great fight.
You know what's a good fight too? What's the name of that guy in England? O'Hara Davis?
Oh, O'Hara Davis. Yeah. WBA number 1.
Smokes him.
Yeah.
Boys, that would be a great fight. I think I tell you what, my brother is at the Sonny Edwards show tonight. I'm gonna clip this up and I'm gonna send it to him and see if we can get a reaction from that. That would be fantastic.
Cannon,
Jorge Linares.
bring a pillow. No, I'm not joking.
I do want to touch on this, Jorge. I mean, from a British perspective, I was with at the Matchroom gym with Kevin Mitchell the other week. I mean, you've broken a lot of British hearts. I mean, over here, Kevin Mitchell, Anthony Crolla, Luke Campbell. I mean, three very good fighters, but you've beaten them all. I mean, but I do want to ask you, and if you say Kevin, I will show him this clip next week when I see him. Who is the best? Who is the best out of those three names? Obviously, all incredible fights. I think you had 4 fights with the 3 names.
For me, Kevin Mitchell.
But why was he the best?
Because not the best, stronger, difficult style. So he knocked down me in the 5th round. So and I come back very strong. And you know, it's not easy. For example, Luke Campbell. So I know in that fight I didn't make good training campaign because I do the training campaign in England. So I didn't train very well. But I make amazing fight that time. So, but for example, Crolla, I made 2 fights with him, but it's totally different. For me, 3 of them, for me, Kevin Mitchell is much better than all the one.
Perfect. I mean, I watched that fight at work the other day. I caught up on it. I mean, what a fight that was between yourself and Kevin Mitchell. We all. I do want to jump forward as well. Obviously, yourself and Matteo, you've just recently teamed up. Talk to me. How did this team up happen, and kind of how has it been training together?
Well, you know, I feel super happy to be here with Matteo. So it's the same thing what I tell to you before. I'm still working with Ismael Sala, but now we start to make the fight. So when we make the decision, we will take the decision with who and when. So we have planned to go to Las Vegas to finish the training campaign there because we need big team. I don't wanna go to the ring. I don't wanna come back to the ring to make something stupid team. To come to try to win the fight. No, I wanna be there 100% ready to make the fight and win the fight, no matter what it's bell or not. But I wanna make a good fight. So that's why we have all the plan already. So we only waiting to see with who and when. Only that. We're training every day. So that's what I tell you before. So I'm super busy here every day. All the fun, all the people, all the boxer. So he's my coach. He is my best friend. We're working together. We're running. We do a lot of things in the same way. So that's the good energy what we make right now in the gym.
Perfect. And Matteo, from yourself as well, from your perspective, what's it like teaming up with Jorge Linares?
Oh, it's an absolute honor. First and foremost, you know, I'm very grateful for Linares to be able to come to Miami, and you know, he came through to the gym. We met, we connected very well, and I think it just comes down to, you know, especially when it comes to people in boxing, whether you're a coach or a boxer and you're trying to start off, chemistry is everything.
Yes.
Inside and outside the ring,
yes.
You know, it's really, really important. And we kicked it off from first hit. He held mitts for me the first time, and he knows what I'm all about with my hands. And then I held mitts for him, and then we connected, you know. So
yeah, that's exactly what you said. So it's amazing connection what we make from the beginning, because you know, in boxing, in this business, all the boxers coming to the gym to training like 2-3 hours. That's it. And they live in Huawei, you know, and they finish. They thinking this is my job, only job, you know. So it's like when your boss asks you and tell you you need to be in the office from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m., something like that. So it's your job, you know, it's obligation, you know what I mean? But this thing, what we feel is like a family, enjoy. We have dinner here, we have lunch here. We going after training, we're going to play paddle, we play ping pong. We do a lot of things like a brother. So to be a champion or to be a boxer, you need to love what you do. You need to be in love with boxing. That's what we feel together. He's so super he's super in love with boxing. Me too. That's why we have that connection, that chemic, you know.
And I think more importantly, you know, I had the conversation with Linares And we were talking about him coming back to the ring. And he basically, you know, from where his headspace is now to where it was before is completely different.
Yeah.
His energy is just on a whole different level. You know, when he trains, he's zoned in. Like, you can't even interrupt him. And he basically said, look, man, it's not even about the money. It's not even about the belts. He goes, I've got all the belts. Look at all the hardware. So he brought all the hardware to the gym. And he goes, look, man, I'm here to leave a legacy. I'm here to give the people and the fans what they really want to see in boxing.
Yes, to show the people.
And you know, this is not going to be my last fight. I want to have a couple of more, but I really want to leave a good legacy in boxing and be the Hall of Famer, you know? So I said to him, all right, let's do it. Who you want? What do you want to do? He's like, I'll take anyone on right now.
And
I go, yeah.
Yeah, and that's the things, you know. So and I'm agree with you, Matteo, because it's very honest team. And I asked to Matteo because he's like, he watching me, he look at me every day when I come here. And he can see, he can feel the energy what I bring from my house, you know. So and he said,
You can do it.
you can do, yeah. So that's why this connection, this opinion of Matteo, of him, of Mauricio, Mr. Honda, everyone, to receive this thing is more energy for me, more positive for me, to come with more, you know, strong team.
And from that, the man has been, like we say, he's been activated. You know what I mean? Flick of a switch. He got a little psycho in training. But you know what? That's what it takes. You know what I mean? He came in, he shaved his hair. He's like, let's go. I'm ready to go. I'm activated. Let's go. Let's go. So we've seen a different side to Linares that we probably haven't seen before, which is incredible. And that's what's probably hyping and motivating everybody and most people around the world, from Japan to England to the whole of South America.
Yeah.
They're in shock. They can't believe that somebody from, you know, the legends has risen back up. We've resurrected him. And he's coming back even stronger.
And the best thing, we know along. We have all the support.
Yeah, we have
all the support. So that's why the people push more me. I feel more pressure right now because the people want to see me again, you know. Yeah. And I have the motivator to make another fight too, or two fight. We never know. So the thing is, feel good, feel ready, you know, and have this motivation all the time.
Yeah.
And we have it.
Definitely, and we are very glad to hear it. I do want to jump onto a huge fight that if the fans weren't excited for Jorge Linares' comeback, I think the one fight that they are all looking forward to is Spence. Is Errol Spence versus Terence Crawford. I mean, quick word from all of you guys. I mean, who wins and how, in your guys' opinion?
Errol Spence, 12 rounds.
By decision? I think Crawford. By decision.
Perfect. And Matteo?
I got Spence.
Oh, yeah?
By decision.
Oh.
2-1.
Hey, don't forget this. I'm along right now here.
I've clipped it. It's logged.
Guys, let's see.
Yeah, I've clipped it up, and I do want to touch on, obviously that's the top of the iceberg. I do want to discuss what I like to do on this channel is kind of discuss the fighters who are up and coming. Maybe a few fighters that in the UK we might not have heard of stateside. But who are please, all of you again, name one fighter who you like watching on the come up, who everyone should be aware of.
I cannot hear you very well.
Any fighter that's
Prospect.
coming up right now, who do you think is, you know, relevant in your eyes that you could see potentially a world champion?
Wow.
Ivan.
Well, for example, here in this in my gym, Ivan. So Calderon
Jimenez
is good too. Ivan Jimenez. So he's from Cuba. So, but the thing is, the new generation in boxing, they come very strong. You know, they have so many potential. There's a lot of kids. They have super speed, power, and everything. So the boxing like 20 years or 10 years or 5 years is not the same like right now. So, and I saw so many things when especially when I meet Inoue from Japan. So I didn't see somebody like him. So the thing is, here in Miami, here in Boxer Gym, we want to make a big amateur world champion or professional world champion. So that's the thing, that's the plan, that's the target what we wanna do. From now, we're working together. We have everything already. So what we have more than 3 fighters, so they have potential, they have everything. So, but they need to working hard to be a champion. It's not easy.
Definitely.
Always I say all the time. So to be a champion, maybe sometimes you are a lucky guy. The same thing what we're talking about Camboso. He was lucky. So, but the more important and the special thing in boxing is not be a champion, is defense all the belt or 1 or 2 belt. So you remember when I lose 2 fights, one with Antonio De Marco and Thompson in Mexico, 2011, and I was so bad in that moment. And I said to my family and all my team, you know what? I'm retired. I don't want to make any fight. And I come back to my house, to Venezuela, to my country, and I tell to the WBA president Gilberto Mendoza, you know what? I'm tired. I don't wanna make any more fight. So, and I take my time thinking, and I made the decision again because I have the support from WBA. They said, go back to Japan and start to train again. You can be much better than before. And in that moment, I was 2-time world champion. So, and then from 2011, 12, almost after 2-3 years, and only one opportunity. I was waiting for one opportunity more than 2 years and never come. So one day, but I was so activity like now. I was in the gym all the time, try to take another opportunity and that never come. So one day, the people from Golden Boy, they call me and they say, you want to make fight, big fight? And I answered, yes, I want. I waiting more than 2 years. Okay, be ready. So December 29th, something like that, one day before New Year in Japan, I take the opportunity for WBC and I was another time world champion. So 2014, and after that, from 2015 to 2019, when the fight was when I lost with Lomachenko, I defended 6 times all my belt. You remember? So
Yes.
Why I was in London and Manchester, Mexico, Venezuela, Japan, everywhere. Madison Square Garden 2 times, Las Vegas 2 times. That was my best time. So imagine if I return in that moment. You know what I mean? So
I think let me add something to that.
yeah.
I think also, you know, to get a championship belt is one thing, but to defend it is even
Huge.
bigger.
Yeah.
It's huge. Most of them don't hold it for very long. Look what happened to George Kambosos and Teofimo.
Yeah.
Had it for a little bit, boom, gone. Teofimo, same thing. So I think when it really comes down to it, and it comes down to resumes and weight, I don't think it's an issue for him to have anyone in the top 140 or 135 pound division to take on a huge fight. That's going to be an absolute spectacle for the people and the fans worldwide.
Definitely, I completely agree. And my final question to you guys is: it's been a pleasure talking to you three today. What do we ask everyone on the channel this question who comes on? What does boxing mean to you guys?
Life.
Yep.
Everything.
Boxing is life.
Yes.
Perfect. I mean, that is the perfect place to end. Jorge, Matteo, Ellie, thank you very much, and thank you for joining International Boxing News.
Thanks, Regan.
Cheers, no problem.